Eliminator. It was the first cruiser motorcycle that was once sold in India under the collaboration of Bajaj Auto and Kawasaki.
Now, while both the brands have parted ways, Bajaj Auto has on sale the Avenger, which is based on the then Eliminator, and Kawasaki has now reintroduced the Eliminator name with this motorcycle. Positioned under the 500cc class of cruiser motorcycles and under the Vulcan S, this one uses the platform of the Ninja 400 for the chassis and powertrain. In this video, we'll tell you all about this brand new Eliminator, everything from the motorcycle's performance, ride quality, ergonomics and some more. And along with that, also answer the question for whom this motorcycle is and whether you should be considering to buy it. But before we get going, you know the drill. If you're new to our channel, do subscribe to us and hit that bell notification for the latest news, reviews and updates from the world of cars and bikes from Car and Bike.
The Kawasaki Eliminator has a long and low design theme with a low slung stance and a minimalistic look with exposed mechanicals. It has an LED circular headlamp at the front, followed by a vertically thin fuel tank, split seats and a stubby tail section that ends with a LED tail light that evokes the style of the original Eliminator sold abroad. Available only in this black shade, the bike looks rather flat with nothing highlighted to look appealing. The exposed trellis frame houses the parallel twin mill with a 2-in-1 exhaust pipe that ends with a chunky exhaust canister. The 1816 alloy wheel setup further contributes to a low head position with a long and slow style. The motorcycle features an offset mounted circular LCD unit for the instrumentation that is Bluetooth enabled. The display packs all the standard information along with a gear position indicator, 2 trip meters, fuel economy and distance to empty.
The Eliminator has a low slung stance, so getting on the motorcycle is pretty easy. So shorter riders also shouldn't have any issue to get on the motorcycle, and you can comfortably flat foot while being seated. Next is the flat handlebar and the low seat, which is typical commuter stance, whereas the foot pegs are mid-set, so it should be fine for shorter rides, but when it comes to longer journeys, this can get a bit uncomfortable. Otherwise, the fit and finish and the quality of parts and switchgear is quite premium and right up to Kawasaki standards. However, there is a lot of exposed wiring that's present at the engine, the steering stalk and the handlebar. In my opinion, it would have been nicer all of this was nicely tucked or secured to make it look much nicer.
The Eliminator is powered by a 451cc parallel twin motor that is capable of churning out 44.7 bhp and 42.6 Nm and comes mated to a 6-speed gearbox which apparently isn't equipped with a slipper clutch. The cruiser is suspended by a telescopic fork setup at the front and twin shock absorbers at the rear. Meanwhile, braking is taken care by disc brakes at both ends with dual channel ABS.
To ride, the Eliminator has a linear power delivery with the major portion of the grunt that is concentrated at the low end and the mid-range of the RPM band. The motor, on the other hand, is typical Kawasaki standards with lots of refinement, and so is the gearbox, which is quite slick. However, there are some vibrations that start to creep in at 6000 RPM at the foot pegs, which tends to get a bit intrusive and does rob away the fun when you are on longer rides.
Also, what's surprising is how hard the cushioning for the pillion seat is, making it practically unusable even for short distances.
For a cruiser, the suspension setup on this motorcycle is slightly on the firmer side, but that helps in favor of this motorcycle as it allows you to keep this motorcycle planted around corners. But at the same time, it also does not like to be pushed really hard into the corners. As for the tires, you get IRC rubber, which does a decent job of providing grip, and at the same time, the brakes do a commendable job of shedding speeds effectively.
Kawasaki has priced the Eliminator at Rs 5.62 lakh ex-showroom and is imported via the CBU route, which is why the steep sticker price. On the competition front, the motorcycle doesn't have any direct rivals, but the Royal Enfield Super Meteor on the specifications front.
To sum up things, the Kawasaki Eliminator is a cruiser that is easy to ride, packs a good bit of performance, and is also high on quality. But at the same time, what stands out most for this motorcycle is that it is a very accessible motorcycle even for shorter riders. And while it may be a good motorcycle to consider in the sub 500cc cruiser segment, its asking price is on the very higher side, which makes it very difficult to justify for its consideration for buying. Along with that, Kawasaki has no plans of assembling this motorcycle in India, which would have helped to bring the sticker price any low. So if you are in the market to buy a cruiser in this segment and do not mind spending that premium for a CBU import Japanese cruiser, the Kawasaki Eliminator can be your pick. Hope you have liked this video. If you have, do give us a like and do share it with your friends. I'm Janak Saurabh signing out for now, and I shall see you in the next one. Thank you for watching Car and Bike.